What's good, everybody? My name is Gentleman Jugg,
And I'm Son.
and welcome back to another Jugg and Son doing WWE. What's good, boy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, make sure to check us out on the Gentleman Jugcast if this is your first time ever hearing us, or check us out on this channel. Like, subscribe, take me to Raw Triple X, boy.
Well, on Raw Triple X, we got Hulk Hogan,
Yeah, he came out.
because this is also Raw Legends Night.
Yeah, they kind of just snuck that in there, didn't they?
Yeah. So I guess he's here. I mean, he got like a mixed crowd reaction. More cheers than boos, but you could hear the boos.
I mean, you know, and you know why. So,
Yeah.
if you're listening to us, there's probably way better wrestling channels that will sit there and tell you exactly what the hell this man did. But if you're listening to us, you know, and you know why.
Then we had, what was it, the Bloodline? I mean, they probably called the Tribal Court or something, but basically they all came out and they were like showing evidence. Paul Heyman was saying that Sami Zayn is conspiring against them, and he played a bunch of videos where like Sami Zayn hadn't shown up and Roman Reigns got beat up by Kevin Owens on SmackDown and put through a table, and Roman Reigns was mad. He's like, yeah, that's right. And he's like, I'm sick of this. Get rid of him, Solo. So Solo's about to do the I think it's called the Nigerian nail,
The Samoan Spike.
or I guess the Samoan Smike.
I mean, he was gonna do it.
He was gonna do it,
And
then,
Solo has been was like the first ace on with Sami Zayn.
yeah, and he's gonna kill him.
He was gonna do it.
It's like he killed Riddle. Riddle hasn't come back. Everyone he took out is gone. And he's got to do it to Sammy, and then Jey Uso of all people stopped him. And he's like, "Hey, no, I got evidence against that. All right." I was like, "I hate this guy too, or I used to, but he's helped us too much." And then he showed a bunch of videos of Sammy saving them, even before Jey was on his side. And he's like, "See, he saved me even when I was against him." And Roman Reigns like, "Well, you bought him some time until Royal Rumble, where he's gonna have the ultimate test to see if he's actually loyal to the Bloodline. But even if he does good tonight, I don't want to see him on Friday until that day."
Look, this story is like fantastic. I don't know of any other words to say, but this is like the best story that's in wrestling, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to go about this.
And then we had the Usos go against the Judgment Day for the Raw Tag Team titles. And I think, during this match, Jimmy got injured. I think it's part of the storyline, but he got injured, and it's like, Jay's like, well, we got to keep our titles because he's injured. And they're like, Adam Pearce is like, well, no, he's injured, so you lose the titles.
I mean, can you imagine if Dominic Mysterio got the titles back, from the people who took them from him 500 and whatever days ago?
Yeah.
I mean, look, this whole storyline is amazing, and allowing Sami Zayn to do what he is doing with this story.
So I get to take Jimmy's place, and then him and Jey Uso did the 1D.
It's amazing. This is fantastic storytelling, and this is one of those stories that needs to pay off at WrestleMania.
I feel like if you go past WrestleMania, you might be stretching it too far.
Yeah, because this story right here is just fantastic. I love it.
I mean, I feel like we're getting to the point now that Roman's mad. We're getting to the point where we're getting close to the end, and it feels like we're close to the end of this title reign and the entire Bloodline story. And hopefully that's the case. Not because I don't want to keep going. I do. It's just it's got to end at some point.
It's got to end because you don't want it to overstay its welcome.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. There's plenty of factions out there, plenty of stories where it just went a little bit too long. The Miz versus Dexter Lumis. I have not seen Dexter Lumis since this story has ended. Okay?
He's on the main event.
Wherever the hell he is, I have not seen this man. And it's just one of those stories where it went too far. I think this should have been a 1, maybe 2 month story, and it felt like it went on forever. And I'm glad that story's over, but this story, I want more, and I'm gonna get more. But I know when I think it should end, and it should end at WrestleMania, if not before.
It's I think WrestleMania should be the end.
But I don't think it needs to go any further than WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Wrap that up. You can talk a little bit about it on the other side of WrestleMania, but the main meat and potatoes is at WrestleMania.
You can save your little side story stuff for WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, save all that stuff for later. I don't want to see Sami Zayn coming back for anything. And I do think that it needs to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking the tag team titles. That's what I think needs to happen, because I think that if anybody besides Sami Zayn takes the Universal Champion away from Roman Reigns, that person is going to get booed.
Oh, you mean Cody Rhodes?
I think Cody Rhodes. So you need Sami to get his winning story by dethroning the Usos. And that's how you get Sami Zayn in this story, because otherwise Cody Rhodes is going to be freaking... I just think he's going to get booed. I mean, he's hot shit in a cold glass right now, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's going to be fine. But I don't want Cody Rhodes to come back and after everything that happened, after everything he's done over the past year, and then get booed out of the freaking arena because Sami Zayn should be the champion.
Yeah. That'd be really...
I think Sami Zayn should be the champion. But I also think Cody Rhodes should be the champion. And this is the problem when you have two son of a bitch champions. You know, only one belt. Two belts and only on one person. There, I got there. Go ahead, next thing.
I mean, yeah. I just think that, like, we're at an interesting spot where it's like, people want Sami to be champion, but also people want Cody, and it's like, both of them are like, well, no, Sami should win the Rumble. People are like, no, Cody should win the Rumble. And it's like, well, I don't know what's gonna happen. It's like, you could ruin either one. and if none of them win it, and then The Rock wins, then
you screwed it. You've completely screwed it up.
So it's like, you guys are kind of
flubbed it. I'm trying to think of a curse word without actually saying the curse word. You flubbed it.
It's like, it would just be messed up if, like, none of them win the Rumble and it's The Rock who wins. And it's like, how would people react to that? It's like, I don't even know.
I think The Rock needs to stay far away from WWE at this point in time.
I think you can come back from Roman Reigns is like done being champion, but right now we got to end this title reign and end this story.
And it's got to be a good ending.
And it's got to be someone who earned it, who was there.
You know, that's all I got to say about that.
Then after the Bloodline defended their titles, then Roman's like, yeah, well, I still don't want to see him on Friday, so... Then we cut to a better story where we got Baron Corbin trying to get into poker game again.
Yeah, you can skip that. I don't have nothing to say about it.
And then we had LA Knight, and I guess he's saying that he's on Raw because he's gonna beat up anybody and show them exactly what he's gonna do to Bray Wyatt. And that's when the Undertaker comes out.
The American Badass Undertaker comes out.
Is that a new song? Or?
No, that was the song.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he had like 2 or 3 songs.
Okay.
You know, they gave him some generic rock song, and then they gave him this song with Kid Rock, and then I guess Limp Bizkit had a deal where they had to make their song, and part of that deal was that Fred Durst had to be in the 3rd SmackDown game.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I guess because he really wants to be a wrestler, or at the time he did. So I was hoping they would play that song if he was going to show up, which he did, but they didn't play that song.
Is it the Rollin' one?
Yeah.
Because that's the one I remember, because I remember hearing that one a lot, because I kept watching him throw Stone Cold through a window every time.
I like that song better for The Undertaker.
Yeah, but he came out, and then I guess, was it LA Knight's like didn't want any of him, so he walked away. And then Bray Wyatt came out, and he got trapped between both of them. And then he got into the ring, and it looked like Undertaker was going to chokeslam him, but instead he got thrown into his sister Abigail.
Yeah.
I was like, then Undertaker, like as he's leaving, he whispers something in Bray's ear.
What do you think he whispered, boy?
I mean, I said Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra? Yeah, I mean, look, I think he whispered in his ear, hey, beware of your brother coming out in a mask. Look, it's fine. I don't have a problem with this. I mean, it's not like he's coming back all the time, but we got to see him.
Then we had Triple H, or I guess DX, and Imperium. I was like, all right, it's fine. And Seth Rollins came out to save DX, I guess. I
think they got the wrong group to come out and get beaten up by DX, because remember what happened to the Ascension when they came out and they got their ass kicked by DX. I don't remember seeing them again.
I mean, and then like the Street Profits came out too to beat them up, and like people were like, just kind of like, and he's like, he looked at the audience like, hey, don't look at me, guys. It's hard to book this show. That's what Triple H said. He's like, this booking thing's not as easy as it looks, guys. It's kind of hard.
And it seems like it'd be pretty simple to me to not let Imperium be the ones get beat up. Are there not any other heel freaking tag teams? You don't have to do that to them.
I mean, we gotta. Well, the rest are busy playing poker right now.
I guess so.
We can't take him away.
They
from
could have
that.
had Baron Corbin go out there and get his ass kicked. He can handle the hit.
They're like, no. He's got to.
If he can handle being a hobo, he can handle this.
This booking thing is kind of hard.
Yeah, get out of here with that.
I mean, yeah, Seth won. And then we had Bianca Belair versus... Well, no, we had her and Charlotte Flair talk. And then they had Sonya Deville come out. And then, since it's Bianca's show, she has to fight Sonya. So she did. And then we got Alexa Bliss with a warning.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling it too much on that one.
And then we had Theory versus Lashley for the U.S. title. And I know we all thought... I actually thought Lashley was going to win. And then guess who's back?
Good old Beast Man.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure... I know that Vince McMahon can't be booking this one, right? Because he didn't come back for Roman Reigns.
No. I mean, I don't think... I'm glad Brock came back. I actually like the whole Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar thing. I want to see two man slapping some man meat. I think they're going to give me what I want.
Who do you think should win the final the final match?
I think Bobby Lashley should do it. He's there.
He's got to get just so that he can...
They're trying to... I think they're trying to bring the band for the Hurt Business back together. So what better way to go out than, taking out the Beast and then freaking coming back and taking out Theory and setting up the Hurt Business again with some tag team titles.
And then in the future, you can fight the new undisputed champion.
Yeah.
And then we had the main event, which was super hyped up. They had Damage Control, or I guess Bayley versus Becky Lynch inside a steel cage. The entire show, they hyped it up. They're like, that steel cage right there. We've never seen a match like this before between these two superstars. This has us escalated to a new level. They kept saying it over and over again. Like, these two are going to tear each other apart. And then we get to the match, and I think as Becky Lynch about to walk in the cage because Bayley's already inside, Damage Control comes out, and they just beat her up. They put her in the cage, they close it, they just beat her up, and then Adam Pearce's like, hey, stop that! He opens the cage, and they just climb to the top, and it's over. No match.
Look, I actually was like hoping that this was going to be redeemed. There was the story for me.
I was like, we're gonna get a steel cage match. I've never seen that between these two, and then it wasn't even.
Well, because Judgment Day, they got redeemed, right? Yeah. You knew that they were doing their thing, and it was not coming off really good. And even when Edge was in charge, it wasn't coming off good. But they got to redeem themselves, and so I was hoping that Damage Control would eventually do the same for me. And this just sat there and threw cold water on me while I was in the shower. The hell with this whole storyline. I'm done with it. I don't care anymore.
It's like, I thought we were going to get a match, but we didn't even get a match. It was just, they just beat each other. They just beat her up inside of a steel cage. And
I heard they cut it for time because of what happened with all the other segments.
I mean, this booking thing's kind of hard. I mean, I guess the poker thing just had to happen.
They could have they could have got rid of the poker thing, A. B, they could have sat there and freaking put this cage match on pay-per-view.
They could have got rid of the poker thing. They probably could have cut out Imperium, too. Like a good 40 minutes there.
Yeah, just a lot of segments ran too long, and that's ridiculous. I don't like that crap.
I feel like the only segment that was good for running long was probably the Bloodline segment, because they were trying to tell something there.
Yeah, it ran exactly as long as it needed to run, and I enjoyed the hell out of it. It's just a lot of these segments. Look, I'm perfectly fine with seeing legends. I don't need to see them, sit in front of the camera for 40 minutes talking about how old they are and what they used to do. Look, that's great. I'm fine with that. Do a backstage segment. Do something else. I don't need to see you on the screen for that long.
It's funny is that we get all the legends on Raw, none of them go to SmackDown.
They should be on SmackDown. Can you imagine? Well, first of all, it's because Raw was 30 years. I get that. That's the whole reason for this. It came on when I was 9.
I'm like, Kurt Angle's the one who gets to be on SmackDown every time he does his legend thing.
I assume that when they do another legend thing, it'll be on Raw when they get to their 30 or whatever the hell they're going to do.
It's like Kurt Angle and John Cena are the only legends that get to be on SmackDown.
Right. Oh well.
It's like there was more people from SmackDown. There.
I mean, when SmackDown hits a milestone, they'll jump on it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm sure we'll have more freaking long ass segments and stuff like that, and it'll be fine, and we'll get there. But we're not there yet.
No.
I mean, all in all, for me, this Raw was fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't hate any of it, really.
I'm just kind of ready for the Rumble.
Yeah, it'll come on this Saturday, and I'm gonna watch it. And then we'll talk about it.
All I'm saying is that, like, what I've been saying is that it's got to be either Cody or Sammy who wins. And if it's The Rock, he's going to get booed.
I mean, look, the Royal Rumble is my favorite match. I love it. I love it to death. It's great. It's been my favorite one ever since I first saw it. And that has not changed. So, I'm excited to see it and talk about it. What else you got, boy?
That's about it.
All right. Well, hey, look, check us out. Again, Gentleman Jug on Instagram, Twitter, all Gentleman Jug. Play video games here. Like, subscribe. Please do all the things that all the other YouTubers tell you to do, and the next one will be available
when it's ready.